This is how you're going to introduce everybody? That's my Devin! Fourth disharmony. We got a very special episode of the movie... No, we don't. We got a lame-ass episode of the Movie Babies today. Devin's here. Sean's here. MuBae roll call. Keith's here. Kyle Rowe's here. Beep, beep. You got my least favorite trailer song for sequels.
He's back!
Yeah, he's back. His sound box is back.
He's back in the saddle again.
We got Artie from fucking Howard Stern over here.
Baba Booey. Sorry, that's the last one.
I really doubt that. And we are here this afternoon.
Did you get Kyle?
Yeah, Kyle's here.
You started playing the song during my introduction.
Thanks for having us back.
I feel like it's the least we could do before we kick y'all out of the 360 for real.
True.
We got the reason why we've got this cast of characters here today is to review the film, not the trailer, but the film Girls Trip, which we all have now seen, and we are going to deep dive into what I think is, I can speak for the table here, our favorite movie of the summer thus far.
Probably.
Favorite movie of the year.
Yeah, probably.
Of my adult life.
Yeah, that very well could be.
It was good. That was a good Movie Babies episode we did with Girls Trip.
Yeah.
And I'm glad that we're coming back around.
You were on the episode where you did the trailer, right?
Uh-huh.
Oh,
Right. That was me.
That's a full circle kind of...
Yeah, I'm glad we get to discuss it.
Talked about dick sizes and,
that's right.
you know, really colored a lot of people's opinions of us personally.
Really share some information I wish we did not.
Yeah.
So do I jump in and just reveal every dark secret
Yeah,
I've
what,
ever...
how's your dick?
Pretty bad. Never been worse.
The three of us, me, Kyle, and Sean saw Girls Trip, I think the Thursday late show.
Opening night.
Kind of shenanigans.
Couldn't wait.
You saw it last night.
And I could wait, but not by choice. I saw it with MuBae Jed.
Oh, MuBae Customer of the Year, soon to be Lyft Driver of the Year,
What?
Jed Bailey.
Mm-hmm.
That's tight.
That's a development I was not aware of.
Yeah, he could drive you to Regal and then go see the movie with you.
Very cool.
He was telling me about his first... I'll cut this. He was telling me about his first customer and how he just, like, dropped him off at the pizza place. And I was like, what, Jed, does that guy, like, does he just take Lyft to his job every day? And he's like, yeah, I think so. I was like, just pick him up from his house and, like, you're his driver now. You're his chauffeur.
I had a roommate when I was in Denver who would take an Uber to work almost every day, and it was like a 25-minute drive. It's like, you need to get a car.
Yeah, get a car at this point. Save some money.
Or a different job. Like, this is baffling.
Girls Trip. We went opening night. We had a blast.
I don't remember much about going to see it.
Really?
Oh, man.
This was like a couple weeks ago.
Were you white boy drunk?
I was.
Spicy icy drunk.
Yeah. If I remember correctly, I think we were the only men in the audience.
That very well
The
could
rest
be.
of the room was all female, which is
Now it's coming
perfect.
Back. Now it's coming back.
Mm-hmm.
We sat in the front-ish area. We had some ladies sitting next to us who were cracking Four Loko.
Oh yeah, that's right.
During the movie.
What's a Four Loko?
They were turning it up.
It's like a 10% alcohol mega drink.
That's not allowed.
No, certainly not.
They're bad, girl. You thought you were bad bringing a pizza into the theater? No.
Yeah, people were getting down. I forgot. Now it's coming back to me. That was fun.
How's house size?
It was half full.
It was way busier than I thought it was.
It was the
Thursday.
late show on Thursday for a movie. It was popping.
Yeah.
All right, so I just saw it a couple weeks ago, and
Wrong. You saw it
last
late
night.
Don't lie to me.
So last
No, I'm sorry. I meant to say I just saw it a couple weeks after its release.
There it is.
I'll accept that.
And so
That's the truth.
there wasn't a big crowd, so Jed and I almost sat in our normal spots of, like, kind of up front.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone else was kind of in a group towards the back, and we're like, no. If we're going to do this, we got to do this. So we just sat right in the middle of this group.
mixed it up.
There was, like, a group of girls, like high school girls, on the left side. There was, like, an old person couple on my right side.
Nice.
And the girls were just very giggly the whole time. I do have to share this one story of the older couple, I believe it was. This movie is very vulgar.
Yes.
Certainly.
Earns the R rating.
Piss. There's
Dicks.
dicks, like actual dicks.
Oh yeah.
Plastic
There's
dick.
a very long scene of one of the girls giving the most intense blowjob on a banana that I've ever seen, to the point where she's gagging on it. I'm like, holy shit! What?
She went for it.
Not a peep from these people. The first use of the word nigger. That's when they go.
I didn't know it was going to be this kind of
Oh my goodness!
That fucking rules.
It just like took me back. I was like, oh yes, I live in Bellingham.
It's nice to know that white folks have a line.
That is so good. That's great.
Homeless dick,
Yeah.
meth smoking,
Yeah.
No, it's the
breaking
N-word.
bottles over people's heads. It's all par for the course.
Yeah.
The N-word. That's where I draw my line.
That's fucking cool. That's awesome.
How do you want to recap the movie or just want to talk about
I
highlights?
hate it when they recap the
Let's
movie.
not do that.
Let's just do favorite parts.
Yeah, did we like the movie?
Do we save that for the end?
I loved the movie.
I couldn't have loved it more. I mean, I think that's going to
evaluation.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, let's talk about it in the context of other R-rated comedies that have come out this year
Sure.
and have flopped like a motherfucker, and this one's taken everybody by storm.
Right.
Yeah, you want to name drop some of those?
Rough Night.
Which is like we need to talk about that
Yeah,
kind of in depth because
compare.
those were like head to head the white bish versus the sisters going to New Orleans, like big name.
It's what Rough
ensemble.
Night should wanted to be.
Oh, but Rough Night was not 1/10 of the
Yeah, it was
movie.
So the dance competition in Girls Trip, where it's like kind of the supermodel Instagram chicks and the
Love that.
our Girl Trip sisters. That's what I want with the Rough Night chicks. Like that's what that represents.
They
Yeah.
couldn't even compare.
Like electric boogaloo dance in the middle. Let's get it on.
We saw The House.
Oh yeah.
Remember that? That's
yeah.
an R-rated comedy that flopped. Chips, which I enjoy, but is a flop.
Mega. Was Baywatch PG?
Baywatch was R.
It was R?
It was R, yeah.
Oh, because they showed the dick. That's
Yeah.
right. When they go to
Baywatch
the
has
morgue.
I didn't see Baywatch. It's got dick.
Okay.
It
Yeah.
sucks.
Its dick sucks.
They're-
Small
The dick sucks, but the movie sucks.
they got dicks. It sucks.
Like even beyond the R-rated comedy movies, like this year, I kind of went even back and was looking at other ensemble cast party movies.
Bridesmaids.
Yes.
Bridesmaids,
Hangover.
like Road Trip, like all these. But I feel like this one just
Way better.
smashed all of them.
I was saying too, like let's get to it. Tiffany Haddish, she's playing that comedy character,
The best.
and you know, I enjoy Zach Galifianakis, and I enjoy
Melissa McCarthy.
I enjoy her as well. Tiffany is on another level.
She elevated it.
Absolutely.
Hard.
It's not a character I haven't seen before, but I've never seen anyone just fucking smash it like that.
Comedic juggernaut.
She
really
didn't
is.
have an unfunny joke in the movie.
No. Do you remember the part where, kind of trying to break it to Regina Hall's character that her man is cheating, and she goes on this long rant of like, I will fucking fuck him up.
Yeah,
Like,
she takes off her earrings.
yeah.
and shit.
This goes for like 3 minutes where she's like,
I'm gonna take his balls.
I'm gonna reach up his ass, grab his balls, pull him out his ass.
Then I'm gonna tickle. Then I'm gonna tickle his ass a little bit. Can
I
I
like
just?
to get him a little pleasure when I'm kicking their ass. Yeah.
That shit rules.
Yeah.
She's amazing. Yeah, she was incredible.
The whole cast, like, I mean, this was like maybe on paper you're like, okay, yeah, you know, I could see Queen Latifah kind of knocking it out of the park with this one, but like she delivers. Jada Pinkett Smith, I think, was like the sleeper.
Yeah, she was
hit
my
for me.
favorite. She was my favorite.
Because in the trailer, it's like, oh, she's gonna totally
She's gonna be the square.
The square, yeah. She's not gonna be able to take any of this stuff. She's just gonna be constantly like poo-pooing everything.
She has a freaky side.
Yeah,
a
she's
real freaky
so
side.
hot in the movie.
But she's kind of also like Jim Carreying really hard.
Yeah,
like it's funny.
yeah.
Like Rubber Face is pretty good. She's
going
doing some
full
bits.
hilarious.
Yeah.
And it wasn't, I just wasn't expecting that trajectory. I thought it was like, okay, by the end of the movie, she's going to loosen up.
Right.
It's like the first night, she's going for
hard.
it.
Yeah.
Like she
So
does
funny.
not, after she gets out of her Peruvian grandma dress.
Grandma dress.
Yeah, and so then her arc isn't like, will she get laid? It's, oh, she's gonna get laid, but she's getting more than she bargained for.
Is she gonna go back to her family? Like, I don't know.
Because she runs up against that big dick, and she doesn't know what to do with it.
But she handles it. She handles it too much. He can't handle her.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm really bummed that we got to see white, flaccid bum dick and not that dude's monster.
You kind of see the monster.
You
I
get a
see him
tease.
naked, right?
Yeah.
But he's kind of, when he's holding the grapefruit,
Oh,
he's like grapefruit. He's like
You got two grapefruits on the dick.
Bit, so there's like
okay.
some shaft in there.
The setup of this joke is that Tiffany Haddish character says like, well, if you get a big dick, this is what you do. You cut a hole in a grapefruit, you stick the dick inside, and then you just... And then this is the most graphic blowjob scene
Of all time.
of all time.
You think that like it's gonna be like silly and they'll cut away from it or something?
No.
It's so fully focused on her
And she's
like getting this like
dripping.
messy, disgusting fruit incorporated blowjob, which I have to take over to my boy Kyle here, who showed me the grapefruit technique YouTube video years ago. Have you heard about this?
No, I thought that was made up for
It's
a movie.
not.
This is a joke lifted from a YouTube video, which usually I'm like,
Yeah, me too.
what the fuck?
Check out
Okay,
these.
Yeah,
but
if somebody
this-
does like chocolate rain or something. I'm like,
yeah, but this was like so perfect.
it was so like unbelievably up your alley.
Yeah. Oh man. So the original grapefruit technique. So a woman named Angel giving some tips for bed. The clip's amazing. Link it to the episode.
It's incredible.
really, really funny. But this was beat for beat the grapefruit technique video. And I was like, I can't believe they're going there. And then she went for it, and I was like,
Oh my
holy
god. She goes harder than the angel does in the YouTube.
Yep. And she's just, I mean, she's going bananas, let's say.
Oh, nicely done.
Thanks.
Well, and then they double down on the joke because it comes to play when...
Dude, they double down on every fucking joke.
Yeah, we'll get to that. When she meets Jada Plinkett Smith.
Plinkett.
Wow.
Is that it?
James Plinko.
Mr. Plinkett.
Go JPS.
Yeah.
Will
if you will.
Smith's wife. That's not any
To
better.
diminish her. Yeah.
That's the worst.
Well, she doesn't take... They bring the joke back to because she does it on the dude, but she needs two grapefruits.
Because the dick's so
and-
big.
Yeah. And then you just hear the scream because, of course, the grapefruit goes in his pee hole.
Right.
And he's just running around.
The juice.
And so you see him naked,
Okay.
but he has two giant grapefruits on his dick, and you kind of see like maybe the tip of it or like a little
Yeah, you
bit.
see a
Very
little
cool.
donger.
Very cool.
Not ever going to be a problem for me.
You can never hide in a fruit.
Okay, wait. Okay.
She could maybe hide in two grapes on a good day.
Keith, in the spirit of you being here,
Please.
have you guys ever? What's the
I
weirdest
don't
thing?
want to do this.
What's the weirdest thing you put on your dick? What's the strangest thing you put on your dick and didn't burn?
Kyle's butt. I don't know.
I'll go first. It's, like,
God.
it's not weird, but
This is the worst.
Here we go.
Hey,
you go.
I have a feeling Sean's is gonna trump all of us.
We'll find out.
we'll
back
go
in
clockwise here.
back in I want to say high school, no college.
This is so bad.
Me and my girlfriend at the time used like a spermicide.
Yeah.
That
Safe.
Yeah.
Good thinking. Don't want any more of you guys running
Never
around.
have I felt a worse pain. I don't know what the reaction was,
It was on your dick?
but it like burnt it.
In or on?
in
Was
my
this like a
dick.
spermicidal lube?
I think so. Like C puts
And it
it
burned?
inside her. Yeah, it's like a gel, and it burnt me so bad, and
Why?
never a
It's
worse
supposed to go on
pain.
like the outside of the
Why?
condom. I don't know.
I don't know. Well, we probably just did it wrong. Yeah, like, hey, just put this bottle in there.
Get the
chemical burn
funnel
from
and
this?
lean back.
So are you really doing a round table of this?
Yeah.
Right? Okay, hear
want
me
it.
out. Hear me out.
Yeah, we don't have to. We can skip it.
No, we're diving in. Hear me out. This is me, straight up the God's honest truth.
Okay. Is this gonna be American Pie shit right now?
No, it's gonna swing to a way that you won't expect. I've barely put anything on my dick. Ever.
I believe that.
No soap.
No water. I've dry docked it since I started jacking. And when I was like, when movies were like, lotion jokes were in a movie, I was like, oh, I should try that.
Yeah.
And I tried it, and I was like, this sucks, because I've been dry docking it for like a year or whatever. And then I tried that, and I was like, this is too slippery.
Yeah.
I can't get a grab on it.
Yeah.
Like, I don't understand what
like
I'm
an
doing. Yeah. And so I haven't put much stuff on it. I'd say the weirdest thing is probably like shampoo or something around that time, and it was not cool.
Yes.
That was a mistake.
Whoops.
So I haven't put much weird stuff on my dick. I've definitely never put a fruit on my dick or a vegetable.
But you're not above it.
I don't think I'd be into it solo, but if a lady wanted to bring in a grapefruit or what have you.
Hungry gal.
Yes, if she was very hungry, I would be open to that. I'm open to anything, but I've never put a dick
I never put a dick on my dick.
in a vegetable or anything.
Never put a dick in my dick.
So yeah, that's me.
I
cannot
respect
wait
that.
to hear Kyle's response.
I've got one tangential to yours before my own. I got a friend, unnamed friend,
Andrew Butcher.
unnamed friend number 5, who we were partying at a friend's parents' house. They were out of town. We all go down there,
I hate this.
and you know, they decided to take a shower. And while they're in the shower, they were not a dry docker. They
were
look
a wet
around.
boys.
Yeah, they needed a little lube for the jack.
See, I never knew that.
Me either.
Nice.
I digress.
Thumbs up.
So he looks around in the shower and finds some shampoo,
Yeah.
like you found.
Yeah.
He's like, boom, problem solved. Was not too focused on the label, just was ready for the jack. Turns out later that it was heavily medicated dandruff shampoo, and that left some burn marks.
Chemical burn.
And so, like a week later, when he's suffering, finally he has to tell someone about this because you can't suffer in silence for that long. Finally, he's like, "Yeah, when we were down at your parents' house, I got the Holy Spirit and didn't check and used the shampoo and then didn't wash it off or anything."
Oh man.
And
So now he has like
So
a.
did he come?
I don't
important question.
my own story, much shorter. I don't really put weird stuff on my dick either, but this is food related.
Oh boy.
I was making a big old crock pot of spicy pork and did not wash my hands well after some peppers.
Nice.
Cut some peppers.
Yeah.
So I
Did
went out.
you like touch your face and you got it in your eye?
No, I touched my dick and got it on my dick.
Right.
Just right there in the kitchen.
So, yeah, a little extra seasoning.
Dinner's done, so back to
I
Jack.
went to the bathroom. I wasn't thinking.
It's a slow cook.
And then I was throwing this food in the crock pot before I went to bed. So I get in bed and I'm kind of rustling back and forth. My girlfriend at the time was like, "What's going on with you?" Finally, I put 2 and 2 together as the heat is rising. Hop on my phone. It's like, how do I get rid of this? And it's like, I can't find, it's like, oh, you can use this kind of like lotion or da-da-da. Don't have any. Finally, I hit the one solution that I can possibly try, which is sticking your dick in a glass of milk.
Whoa.
So I went in the bathroom.
It's like Buffalo Wild Wings.
It was a wild wing that night. So I pour a glass of milk, go in the bathroom.
Wait. Yeah, how did you get your dick in it?
I poured milk into a glass and then was just in the bathroom butt naked,
Teabagging
dunking
the-
a cookie.
Were you in the bathtub?
I was just in the bathroom. I was not concerned at that point
What
because
kind
my
of
dick
noise
was
does that
on.
make?
It was mostly me just going,
Your dick was burning that long?
oh boy, it burned. You get the right amount of.
Just because it's sensitive part of your skin?
Well, I had like chili, I had jalapeno and serrano pepper oil on my hands.
Did you completely submerge it?
The dick?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
It was like a
Milk bath.
It was a biscotti in that thing.
I think you go to a spa, you have to pay more for that.
The cream bath, and the whole time I had roommates, and I was like, "Please, no one come in here." While I'm, it was like Home Improvement when he's like Joe Pesci's cooling off his head after the flamethrower. It's making that crackling noise. Ooh, ooh, yeah, that was me.
That's wild.
That's
so, did it go
hilarious.
away?
Yeah,
The
after
milk help?
the milk helped a lot,
Really?
but
Help you sleep too after you drink it.
yeah, a glass of warm milk.
Immediately dick milk down the hatch.
Oh god, I'm thirsty. Oh, that's really cool.
Yeah,
that sucks.
no one repeat that story, please.
Yeah, that's
Sean,
confidential.
you're up next. I have a feeling it's gonna be
I'm
good.
kind of racking my brain
New
here.
episode of What's on Your Dick?
Really. Two things that come to mind without a lot of great research is when in my heyday of the shower jack.
The worst Jack.
Yeah, which
the
is
worst Jack.
I've since really gotten away from the concept of shower sexual behavior just because skin
Disgusting.
gets pruny and it's not always the best.
It's moldy.
If shit goes down quick in a clean shower, I could see that going down.
Yeah,
Then it's kind of like a Tony Braxton video or something, and then it's
Nice.
fun. But
That's a hell to the yeah.
Yeah, once the fingers get pruny
I'd
and
say that's
stuff.
a hell to the yeah too.
You
It's
don't
not
like
so
that the old lady ghost?
The Shining kind of vibe.
That's where
Yeah.
I'm at. Whenever I get into a shower, that's why I'm like, oh, this is
It's
gross.
it's water is the wrong kind of wet.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not what you want.
No words never spoken.
Now milk. Now we're talking.
So you're in the shower.
in my
young Sean.
puberty
Paint me a
stage.
picture.
Yeah, this is
long's
this
your
is
hair?
me going. It's quite long at the time.
Yep.
Very split ends,
Yep.
looking like a goddamn Hanson brother. And I'm
Mbop.
in the shower, mbopping. Because for some reason I never had doors that locked to bedrooms, so
Yeah.
I had to jack in the shower, and I'd like smuggle in like a InStyle magazine or something with a bra ad or something to get hard.
Wow.
Get in the
Rap
shower.
CDs for me.
Oh, nice. That's cool. Like the sex skits of,
Yeah, well,
of rap
skips
CDs.
and also like because sometimes there'd be a girl in like a thong or something. Digital Underground.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there like on
There's
this
naked girls. In
Snoop track? This girl's going, ooh,
yeah.
I definitely have jacked to the big pun section
Yes,
release on Capital
yeah.
Punishment.
Well,
I've heard
yeah,
that.
I mean
I've
that's
heard
that's very dope to see now.
Disgusting. Sorry, go ahead.
And so often I would lubricate with soap, which is not a good idea.
No, it'll dry
anyway,
out.
use some shower gel.
Yeah.
For anything you need to do
yeah.
in the bath, right? Soap is going to destroy the acidic content of your special areas. You don't
Yeah.
want to fuck with that. Anyway, I would use it as a lubrication because that seemed fun.
Nice.
Except for then the suds would get jammed down my pee hole, and then I would burn piss like Ghost Rider fire for the next 2 days. That sucked.
Wow.
Learned my lesson from that. Then got into a relationship where I could have intercourse with a woman. Someone
What's that
allowed me
like?
to do that for a brief period. I'm forever grateful. And there was an experiment with some anal nitrate.
what?
As I understand, it numbs.
The most genuine reaction I've ever seen.
Getting any type of like sexual explanation or like discussion via this podcast is like the worst on many levels. But I'm sorry I have to break this to you, Devin.
Anal nitrate.
It's something that, as far as I understand,
Sounds like a poison. Like
Well,
Yeah.
it sounds like
you
a
can
shade
kill
of
a
the
child with
evening.
it.
like a turbo button that you just. It's like,
Hit that in Mario Kart and you cross the finish line.
fuck.
As I understand
time.
it kind of numbs the
butthole?
the loading dock.
What about the dick?
Well, and so here's the other thing. I noticed
loading dock.
the effect of this became such that the
This is
sensitive
fucking wild.
area under the dick, the little under the tip area,
The taint.
if it no, just like under the head of the dick.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah. If you put it there where like you know if that gets like too enticed, you will come very quickly.
I'm hanging on every
So
word
you
right now.
hit the tip of your dick with a little dab of the old nitrate, which numbs
What kind of
the
noise does
feeling
it make?
sensations. Nothing. It makes no noise. Yeah. That then you have a dick that is ready for anything for as long as possible. That's my thinking. Right?
Wow.
Except
You're
for
trying to life hack.
yeah, I'm trying to life hack sex, but I'm finding out all I'm doing is taking all the feeling out of it.
Got it.
So now I can feel nothing.
Nice.
There's just this pelvic thrust that goes Ken doll to Barbie. Like I don't know if anything's
Don't know what's
happening.
going on.
so now you're
No
emotionally,
feeling.
physically not feeling anything.
And kind of in a panic of like, how long is this gonna last
Not
for?
long.
No, it lasted for a long. It was a numbness that lasted the entire duration of the
But
session.
did the boner last for a long time?
I mean, thank
Probably.
God, but
Okay.
like the feeling was not there. So
Oh.
don't do that.
Wow.
Did you have to fake it?
Not that time.
Nice.
But I've done it before.
Whoa, that was cool. All right.
I wish
Gotta
I
go.
wish I could replay that. What?
I'll just drop it in.
That's
the edit.
cool. That's cool. Yeah, I barely put anything on my dick.
Yeah, good. So anyway, about Girls Trip.
I do want to make a major shout out for the fact that you see one, maybe arguably two dicks in the movie. Flaccid, which is like super unflattering,
Yeah.
and
That
there's
poor
no
old man.
bare breasts in the movie.
Haddish tries to pull him out a couple times.
But she has pasties on,
Yeah.
yeah.
and that's like really funny. Like that's I don't know. I don't. For me, I don't feel like that's as like soul bearing.
She pulls him out at the Diddy concert.
Yeah, she shows Diddy,
and then she gets pulled up on stage. You remember
That's
that?
funny.
Yeah.
but I think that's really cool that we're not just. It's not just like boobs. The only funny thing
Right.
about this is her showing her boobs. She like tastefully kind of shows her boobs, but we're seeing flaccid,
Dicks.
Old
unflattering,
white man dong.
Hot black dude.
Pushed up against a window.
sad
I
dick,
love-
which is so fucking
Yeah.
funny.
Yeah, it's funny.
I love the route of this conversation because we were just talking about this insane dick stuff, and now we're like, oh, this movie, you know, it's
Really progressive.
really
in its,
progressive.
in its, societal body
Yeah,
standards.
anyway, I'm jacking in the shower.
Stick my dick in some milk. But no, I think it's cool that we have a cast of women that at no point is it just like, oh, she's in this because of her body. It's like one of the funniest character at one point almost shows her bare breast but doesn't. Through the rest of the movie we're just seeing very unflattering dick, which is
Very
hilarious.
funny,
That being said, the whole female cast looks fine as fuck.
They're all killing it.
Absolutely.
They're killing
They
it.
are all like Essence magazine cover
Yeah.
people the whole time. Like it's straight up. They look amazing.
hot.
So there was a lot of cameos in this movie. I'm gonna read about a bunch to you because I made a list because I was gonna forget.
I'm gonna throw one out at the end that I'll bet you forgot.
Okay, cool. We got in no particular order. We got Belle Biv DeVoe. We got Maxwell. We got Common. P. Diddy, Mace, Faith Evans.
Nice.
Neo, Mariah Carey, Babyface, Dougie Fresh, MC Light.
Nice.
We had Lil Wayne as the DJ. What was
Manny
that?
Fresh.
That's the
Manny
one I was
Fresh.
gonna say.
Okay, nice. Manny Fresh is the DJ in the dance battle.
Yeah, that was cool.
Uh,
Nola, shout out.
Yeah. So, what was your fave cameo? What was your least fave cameo?
I will say right now, I legit like stood up and my heart like leaped out of my chest when Mace made an appearance.
That was
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Mace was my man growing up,
Mace is cool.
and when I saw P. Diddy, I was like, no way Mace is gonna come do his rap part.
Well, because isn't he a pastor now?
I think he may have stopped being a pastor.
He quit the game on top, Kyle.
That's
Yeah.
true.
On top, he quit the game, became a pastor. And then he came back for, I think, Double Up or Welcome Back. And he
pastor
had the
game.
Welcome Back. And he dropped that song.
You know your Mace.
Big fan.
Ain't
Had a
nothing
post-
changed but your limp.
and so I was like, all right, so he's probably not going to make an appearance here.
Wrong.
And when he
Yeah.
starts rapping,
It's cool.
I lost it.
Was it Bad Boys that they were doing? Bad Boys. Do you remember what they were performing?
so.
I think so, yeah.
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 So
I mean, all those songs kind of sound the same.
It's true.
I was really excited. The Manny Fresh DJ was really cool because I think that he is not very, like, he's pretty under the radar
for mainstream.
for mainstream. Yeah, I mean, he was in the Big Timers. He was the guy that made all the beats for old Cash Money stuff.
Yeah.
But, like,
he was a hot boy.
that's,
yeah.
but, like, him and Baby, who runs Cash Money, had a big, like, public kind of split a few years ago. And so, this guy is, like, still just kind of underground New Orleans producer. And for him to pop up as the DJ for a club scene
That was awesome.
That's pretty cool.
Right? Yeah, that was pretty dope. I think my favorite. Jen! Ruin our dudes talking about girls' movies podcast? My favorite was the Mariah Carey one, just because we called it at the beginning because they did a little
teased.
billboard of her in the background, like, Mariah's going to be in this.
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't remember. She does a performance?
She just pops in real quick.
That's
I just
the-
like that she's in there.
There's a couple other cameos that are like actor cameos.
Mm-hmm.
One that I want to bring up. Oh, isn't Mike Epps the guy who sells them the
Yeah, the
absinthe?
absinthe.
So
Yeah.
funny, dude.
So,
I'm going to sell you some abstinence.
Mike Epps for a little while was like kind of in movies. Like he was,
It's all over the place.
yeah. What did he like? run over someone's kid or something. Like, he disappeared, and the last thing I saw him in was Fences, where he played a mentally disabled man.
Oh, that's right.
Which was kind of, I mean, he did a good job, but it's a little questionable.
Okay.
Now he's a snake oil salesman on the side of the road. Like, what the fuck happened, Mike Epps?
Welcome back, Mike.
Yeah, I don't know what happened to Mike Epps.
He was usually like in comedies and stuff, though. He didn't have like a lot
Friday.
of dramatic acting
He's
credits.
in that Honeymooners remake that's really funny. He's really funny in that.
Yeah, but he was out and about for a while, and then all of a sudden, I just feel like he's just not really in anything. And then,
Plus, they don't really make those kinds of movies anymore.
that's true.
Your Soul Planes and...
Well, so is this film a evolution of that kind of thing, or is this kind of like gonna reopen the floodgates for some quote-unquote like black comedies to have their day again?
I
Like,
can't tell. I feel like it's cyclical because Best Man came out, and then Best Man Holiday, and a few movies like that, and then it went away for a little while, and then like you get movies like Hidden Figures or Fences or something, and they're like credible, and then Girls Trip comes along, and it's something a little different, and it's also more in the vein of Best Man or something. It was the same director too,
right.
or Barbershop or something.
But I kind of wonder, because you had, like, sort of the relationship, like the rom-com, like Think Like a Man 2.
Yeah.
What was the other Kevin Hart and the dude from The Perfect Guy?
About Last Night?
About Last Night
Yeah,
remake.
that was good.
Because those kind of had a brief era, too, and then
This one's like so much better than any of the ones we're talking
And
about.
it's like way more successful.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
They're like number one
It's
in
a
the
hit.
box
I
office.
just looked
right?
up. It walked away with the largest opening weekend performance of any live action comedy this year.
Wow, that's
So
awesome.
it's doing very well.
Yeah, I mean, let's be fair. The contenders are not
Yeah,
looking good.
it opened up against Dunkirk, or did it open up against something else?
I think it opened against
Valerian.
No, I think it was Dunkirk.
Okay, you might be
Dunkirk
right.
was first, and then Girls Trip was second, which is crazy.
Yeah.
But that's awesome.
Mm-hmm.
That was really awesome.
This movie is long.
Yeah, I
This
remember
movie
feeling
is
like it was
2
really long.
hours and like 10 minutes or something like that.
I didn't really feel the length.
Really?
Yeah, I did. In a couple spots, I was like, we got a lot more story to go.
Except for my one.
You didn't really feel the length except for when you were in the bathroom on the sink.
See,
and you
I
felt
thought
like
I
a
could.
dick.
I
That's
thought
that
I
Shaka Zulu shit.
I thought I
that's
could.
not my arm.
Yeah, I thought I could escape it. I did not pivot to the
I
next
saw
topic.
I saw you grin after you
I
said
was trying to get in. It's like, I'll let him talk.
That's why there's 4 of us.
I panicked. What's funny about this movie is if you think about it, it's hitting like the checklist of everything we've seen.
Yeah.
Like we have the bar fight, we have check, we have the drug trip, check, we have the friends fighting, check. It's kind of hitting all these, but we have the like really gross out comedy with them pissing everywhere.
Wow,
my God.
Put a pin in that. We'll come back to
Yeah.
that.
Okay, so it's kind of like checking all the boxes of things we've seen.
Yeah.
I really do think comparatively to like Bridesmaid and Hangover, like
It's better.
this team is just off the charts.
Can I suppose this? Is it because of like the regal, sophisticated stature of the black woman in America right
Whoa.
now that when they flip
talking
it
about,
and
like,
go
the Queen
raunchy
Beyonce-
comedy? Yes, these women that are on
Your Oprah.
societal pedestals.
Right.
Because they command such respect and like there's a lot of complicated feelings about why that is, but like it's there, and you don't think of those people as being able to quote unquote slum it in raunchy comedies.
Right.
That when they pivot into that, it's so much more effective than like the girls from Broad City doing
Or Zach Galifianakis doing a bit.
a dick joke.
Then
or
we've already
whatever.
seen him do those.
You
bit
expect it
jokes.
from
Yeah,
him.
exactly. But I haven't seen Queen Latifah like shit on people or whatever. you know?
Right, exactly. So there's something to that actually tickles your funny bone in a legitimate,
Yes,
honest way.
I think there is. I think it because I think that they elevate the humor by having them be fucking cool ass Queen Latifah or Jada Pinkett Smith or something, and not like, I don't know. It's hard to talk about as a fucking not a black person.
Hey, you guys are cool.
Yes.
I also think that it's one reason that it was so effective is that it's people that can actually act, Like
Right.
these are people that have all
These are like Academy Award winning.
Yeah, and we have like
nominated
two people from Set It Off, which is like this
that's fucking
amazing
cool.
dramatic movie, and they're pivoting into this comedy role, and it's like we've seen Ed Helms be a dipshit, and we've seen Kristen Wiig be out of control or whatever, but like these like well-respected actors are going so full board on a piss joke, put a pin in it, we'll come back, that it sells so much harder than Zach Galifianakis like getting hit in the head and being knocked out or something. It's
the same feeling as seeing like Robert De Niro in Dirty Grandpa or something.
Right.
Where you're like, holy fuck, this is funny as shit. Watch this guy do this.
This guy's got actual acting chops.
Yeah. Or like like in Pulp Fiction, John Travolta.
Right.
When that came out, it was like, holy fuck, who knew Travolta, could do this? And it was like a real pivot. And I do like seeing that, and that is what caught me probably a little bit for this.
I think what sold me on this film, not only is it funny, but it has heart. And I think the fact that this movie is grounded, you're invested in the emotional state of all these characters, it just makes the comedy that much funnier for me.
It has something to sit on, whereas Rough Night had nothing to rest the comedy on.
Yeah. And it tried, though, because it was like the annoying girl that we don't like from
Jillian Bell.
Yeah, she's like, you guys are all moving on without me, and it's fucked up. It's like, but they do the same thing in this one, but it's like so much better.
Yeah. You want this sorority to stay together, even though they have to be adults and go back to their lives. But like, it's important that they.
And I thought the storyline of the, excuse me, I don't remember her name. Who's the main girl that we follow? Okay, yeah. When we following her story, where she's kind of like the face of like black women, and you see these moments of her in private where she's like, I'm black, I'm strong, I can do this. Like those, I think, really spoke to like a larger audience.
Right. So my mom, who's a 64, 65-year-old white lady from Texas, went and saw this movie, and I was like, you're gonna think it's pretty funny. Might be a little bit too much, whatever. She came back. She's like, I was hilarious. I loved the heart of the story. Like, I empathize so hard with the main character's struggle, because she's kind of getting dumped on by this dude who's super manipulative, and he's got her in a position where she's like, I can lose my entire career because I banked on this dude riding with me, and now he's just like, you can't do this without me. Yeah, my mom loved this movie and empathized so much with Regina Hall having to, in me too, like by the time I was at the end of the movie, I was screaming inside, just like, fucking, you gotta break up with this dude.
Yeah. He's
but
a dud.
I understand why she couldn't.
Yeah.
Also, Luke Cage, who plays the boyfriend in this.
What?
Yeah.
That's Luke Cage.
Oh, yeah.
I just watched Jessica Jones.
Yeah.
I didn't recognize it at all.
Yeah, Sweet Christmas.
Holy shit.
He is so convincing in his role. Like, the first time he's being all manipulative on her, I'm even like, well, I guess you got a point.
I respect this movie for not painting its villain because it's a realistic portrayal of like.
That's a good call.
Of course, you go back to this guy time and time again. When you watch a movie where the dude they go back to, or
John Hamm in Bridesmaids,
exactly, you're just like, what the fuck? Because
he's like a sociopath.
Yeah, you see them act heinously. This instance, you hear about the bad things he's done,
but you see him
behave like extremely charmingly. So it's a new portrayal of that kind of dynamic. Where you're like,
I wonder if that was intentional or if that just came out at the finished product.
I don't know. I mean, casting wise, it's a good choice because that guy, like we said, is Luke Cage. He's like, we see him as the hero, we see him as the good guy. Like, of course, he's a like pillar of a dude to be hitched up with. But like, that's a great portrayal of the like connivingness of manipulative people. Is like, of course, they appear to you to be charming, and then you hear about the shit that they've done that's fucked up.
Interesting.
It's genius.
Yeah, that's great.
And the way they showed him manipulating her by like kind of turning it on her, like, you need this because you're a strong woman. You've worked hard.
Beating all of her like desires.
Yeah, all her insecurities that we see.
You can have this amazing show if you stay with me.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. And so it's playing off those things that the film has shown in private previously in other spots of the film, and so it really works.
Yeah, now what else have you jacked off with?
God damn it.
I really liked the that element of Queen Latifah's struggle, like because we don't find out until like 3/4 of the way through the movie where it's like, yeah, you and me were supposed to start this like news site. I quit a good job to do this with you, and then you just bailed.
Yeah, you know, there's tension though at the beginning when they're meeting. It's like, how's it gonna be? And then you don't find out for a long time. I think that's genius.
What the
It was great, and like her internal struggle the whole movie, where it's like, is she gonna start like
Selling
backstabbing her? And you know, she just is like holding her tongue and kind of suffering in silence on like being dead broke, and you know, she's going out with
damn,
like,
this movie's good.
Well, because they don't do the obvious thing, which is to get her to like spill the story on her friend and then have to redeem herself.
Right.
The whole time she's like, I'm straight up your home chick, like I'm not gonna do you dirty.
Or the other obvious thing too, Sean, where I was like, well, she should sell the story. Like, she even pitches it to her friend, like, let me sell the story, we'll
Soften
spin
the
it your
blow,
way, and like, you know, in that way, Queen Latifah is also taking care of herself. And I'm like, do that. Well, the film gives that option, and then
They don't.
they don't do it, and you're
Right.
like, oh shit!
Yeah,
now
what's our
what are
other
they going
option?
to?
Yeah.
What are they going to do now?
and there's parts of it too, like even when Queen Latifah's just like at that one party that Regina Hall gets them all into, and she's talking to someone. Regina Hall comes up and is like, hey, you're my guest here, like don't fuck around and screw me over.
Right.
Like she's kind of shitting on her friend who she already
doesn't
fucked
back her
over,
up with this.
and then she's still just like, all right, I'm like, we're friends, I'm not gonna sell her out.
Yeah.
And I just thought that was super cool. And if you take it to a movie like Rough Night or something, it spends like a half an hour harping on like one time you said this one thing that bummed me out. It's like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Like, let's just have a movie, move this thing forward.
I also liked how this film kind of cemented the role of every character too. Like Queen Latifah kind of like throws shade at all the other friends about like kind of like the Regina Hall character being the queen bee and them kind of like following. Like,
Yeah.
I like that part where eventually you knew they were all going to fight and it was going to come to a head, but they all kind of had like an ounce of truth to it.
Yeah.
So when they are throwing those digs at each other,
They're real.
they feel real,
Yeah.
right? And you actually feel some emotion during that scene.
The scene where she's like, they're like, we see the tags in the back of your clothes, like, and it was like, like,
Oh, that was funny as fuck. I forgot about that. They both do it.
they pause for a second on that one, like.
Yeah, we all know this. That's super funny.
And when Haddish like walks off, it's like, y'all bitches, y'all, it's just like going off, and like her shoe comes off, and it's just
So unbelievably
full
funny.
fucking on, like.
So I haven't seen the Carmichael show, but I guess she's on it.
Yeah,
and apparently she's unbelievable.
phenomenal. So it's her paired with the gentleman who plays the friend in Get Out. They're a couple in that show, and they couldn't be funnier.
Really?
Like, you could get rid of David Allen Greer, you could get rid of Gerard Carmichael. Yeah, you could get rid of like everybody in that show except for the two of them. Like, spin them the fuck off. They
Gotcha.
are brilliant in that show.
That dude just showed up on something. He just showed up. The guy from Get Out was on the last episode of Insecure,
Oh, nice.
and he's really funny.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
also in like an old episode of Doctor Who.
Holy shit! Is he British?
I guess
That
so.
would be
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
What
Huh?
the fuck?
Yeah, he was just like a background character.
Weird.
Oh no! You the main dude
Yeah.
from Get Out?
Oh,
not the
okay.
friend.
The friend.
Talking about the TSA.
the TSA
Yeah,
goofy
yeah.
guy.
Yeah, Roy or Ray. Or,
Yeah, I know that. I was just giving you guys an alternate fact.
Just see.
So she's good in Carmichael show,
Yeah.
and then the writer of Girls Trip is a lead writer in Blackish, which is another sitcom that I fucking love.
Yeah, it's really good.
Really fucking
Is that
funny.
Anthony, not Anthony
Nah.
Edwards, that's the guy from
ER.
It's not him.
Fucking the dude from like Black Mask and
Anthony Anderson?
yes,
That's
Okay.
right. Sounds right.
yeah, he's really
He like
funny.
lost a bunch of weight and now he's
Yeah.
got a sitcom.
Yeah. That dude is hilarious on that show.
So writer of Blackish, director of Best Man Holiday and Barbershop, and I think he did Undercover Brother.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
And then an insane amount of acting talent, coupled with like crazy cameos and like a really strong story, is what makes this movie so much better than those other ones we talked about.
And then Keith, to go back to one of our pins, we talk
piss.
about every. Well, not the piss yet. Put a pin in that again.
Can't keep putting pins in this piss. It's gonna happen. It's gonna
How
start
much can he have to drink?
Yeah. When it does explode, it's gonna be intense. Save it. Put that. Tighten that pin.
Quit taking pictures of her!
Look,
the line is short open.
Okay, well, this might tie into the piss joke.
Yeah, go ahead.
The fact that every joke one-ups each
Oh
other.
my god.
And that, like, every joke we saw in the trailer, that's not the final joke.
Yeah.
Nope.
It goes
Tip the
another level.
And that's one of
And
my
that's
least
why-
favorite things in
yeah.
the world is going to a comedy, and it's like all of the jokes are in the trailer. The trailer like doesn't even do justice to these fucking jokes.
Even
They're
the
like a
red band.
fucking appetizer.
Yeah.
And
And
then
that main chorus.
All the
they
follow-ups are
fucking
just like
double it down.
slam it in your face.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, that's like my biggest. That is also my biggest. It's like that's such a dad thing to say. Is like all the funny stuff was in the trailer. It's like it's so true though for comedies. And in this one, you see the trailer bit coming, and you see the punchline from the trailer coming, and you're like, oh, haha, and then they double down on it and they go farther, or they twist it, and you're like, holy shit, this is so much better. It was
like
great.
the booty hole thing, which is probably the funniest thing in the trailer.
Easily.
And then,
He gets a whole nother bit.
yeah, I was like, there's no way I want to laugh at this joke now that I've seen
Same.
it so much in this
I
trailer.
was fucking dying.
Yeah.
I was dying.
I miss jokes because I was laughing from previous
Yeah.
jokes.
Me too.
The maybe that's why this movie is so long, is because they let things roll. It's not a stick and move comedy where it's like, oh, that's the punch. Like Baywatch was very much that. It was like, you people, boom, next scene, like
ADD.
another joke from the thing or
Yeah.
whatever.
And it
like,
doesn't feel like a Will Ferrell movie where they're just letting it roll.
Alternate
Oh, I
takes.
agree. I
There
agree.
are. It's specific.
It was-
These
Yes.
are like sniper quality jokes
Yes.
that are
Yes.
just hitting me in the funny bone.
Yeah, that's very
kind
good
of
call.
an amazing feat that can go down.
Because I'll bet you most of those gals, except for maybe Tiffany Haddish, aren't like improvers. Mm-hmm. So the fact that they've really sniper accuracy nailed in this stuff was like amazing.
Yeah.
And another reason maybe why the runtime is extended is it feels like a legit, like they're kind of like filming on their phones and stuff. It feels like a real trip you're going on. Like there's kind of
Yeah.
clips of them like hanging out with the band or like traveling down the New Orleans streets.
Right.
And it all feels like really authentic. It doesn't feel like
I remember thinking in the middle of the movie, I was like, wait, how long is this trip they're going on for? Like, how long is this convention for?
Yeah.
Right.
It's a long time.
I want to give one major shout out to Lorenz Tate, who was the bass player
In Neo's band?
Oh, the cute guy?
Yeah, he was like in Neo's band.
Super cute.
I love him. So he is Loke Dog from Menace to Society, and he's the main
right.
character in Dead Presidents.
Isn't Jada Pinkett in Menace to Society?
Yes. Team up.
Boys
Yeah.
I thought she was in Boys in the
No,
Hood.
she's in Menace.
She's in Menace.
Oh, okay.
That's crazy.
Yeah, so love him. I was really into him for a long time, and then he kind of
He
dropped
looks
off the.
super young.
Yeah, he looks
Has not
amazing.
aged.
And it was just super cool to see him in a movie because I haven't seen him in one forever, and I was like, okay, he's going to be like this over-the-top love interest, but I kind of liked it because Regina Hall, it's not just like raw heat, it's kind of like she's realizing that there's just other dudes out there.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's a
And
good
he's
call.
like, he's not like a saint or anything. He's like, yeah, I'm out in a band. Yeah, I'm, like I fuck with
Banging all kinds
girls.
of chicks. Yeah.
But like it's not really. I haven't found someone that's right for me, and that's okay.
The high school girls behind me were like swooning for this.
I
guy.
was swooning for this
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't give you the scene of like them coming face to face and being like, well, let's get together.
The
let's
scene
make this
where
work.
they're saying goodnight to each other, and she's like, "What's that?" She's
That
like,
is so funny.
Holy fucking shit! I've been there so many times. I love
So
that
fucking
so
funny.
much.
And it was cool to have a character where like he hooks him up with a hotel room, and he's not just like, so of course I'm getting that ass or anything. Like he's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
No, he's not
just
doing.
being-
He's just a homie that's
He
helping him out.
never,
Actually,
he
that's
never
right.
takes advantage of the situation.
Nope, he is picking them up when they're drunk. He's getting them into Neo shows. He's giving them his hotel room. He's gonna go stay with some dudes.
Just because he likes that group of friends.
Which is
Yeah,
like such
the
a
Flossy
The
Posse.
the
Flossy
Flossy Posse.
FP, baby.
I hope we all go get FP tattoos after this.
That's got to go down. Yeah, that's a strong character in that flick. But what's interesting is it's such a Deus Ex Machina character because he just kind of does come and bail him out in really weird, opportune times.
Definitely.
It's like, well, that's kind of a stretch, but the way he functions as that just other introduction to other people for her and that kind of maybe missed opportunity, but maybe just needed to kind of get my confidence that I could get out there again. His function as a character is so strong that
Yeah.
it doesn't.
They try to
that.
cover their steps on one of them where, after the bar fight where he's just there
Zips in.
and all right. But they try to cover their tracks by saying like when she was like on her
Hammered.
drug
She
trip,
called.
she like did like one of those videos. She's like, I didn't even realize.
Yeah,
I
really
sent
funny.
this to you. So that worked for me a little bit.
Yeah, they kind of cover the bases, which smooths it over as not like a hack screenwriting thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Bit of a pivot. Just a quick question. What the fuck is an Instagram model? Because the whole time...
Y'all
like,
don't know what an Instagram model is?
Well,
I know what an
it's like...
Instagram model is.
Is it just... It's like someone that has a lot of followers on Instagram?
Yes, it's a person who's like Instagram famous for being like hot and traveling. And
So like a
In that
MySpace
trailer we
celebrity.
just watched.
yeah.
The
They got-
Ingrid Goes West.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
all
yeah.
about.
That's Elizabeth Olsen plays the Instagram
I want to
model.
be an Instagram famous person who can just have rich dudes from Dubai like fly me out and fuck me.
Why's it gotta be
Keith,
Dubai?
we need you to put this shampoo on your dick.
I've been told not to.
Okay, so it's like... I don't know, it just...
Yeah, it's
instead
exactly what it sounds
Of,
like.
instead of just being like, oh, he's fucking with that model, it's an Instagram model.
Yeah, it's just a modern
Man,
characterization.
Fuck this place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think we've danced around it long enough.
Let's-
I think we should really
Let's get to
Hashtag
the dance
show the-
scene. Them doing their own little dance routine at the beginning.
on the podcast that I did, we took bets on to what the song was going to be, and
Oh,
I
that's
don't
right.
remember what the song was that they actually got danced to.
Well, because they were throwing different
They
songs.
kind of mashed
Yeah.
it up.
Oh, okay, okay.
They were going back and forth.
Because at the beginning it was a different song, and then when they
Gotcha.
are having the breaking two dance battle, it's like kind of like
They cut
what
it
is
back
it?
and
One of
forth.
them like Missy Elliott or something?
Yeah, they do a
Yes.
Missy Elliott.
Cool.
I can't
Who do they
remember.
dance against? I
It's
forget.
the Instagram model and her posse because they run
Yeah.
into him at the.
She is fine.
And they're doing like a mean girl, like sexy dancing, like their
Nice.
butts are.
Modern kind of
Yes.
twerking type thing.
Yes.
And then our crew is just on some like, yo, on the TLC
I was
tip.
trying to see.
dope.
Yeah.
So in that scene, our girls have the Floppy Posse has like wigs on. I was
Yeah.
like, I wonder if these are like the same girls or are they like dance doubles?
Dance
Oh,
doubles.
Definitely
Yeah.
dance doubles.
I love that they do that bit though when they get the disguises on because they're like, yo, let's set this off, and then Latifah and Jada Pinkett look,
They
at each other and they're like, and it seems like that'd be such a whack thing
I know,
to do
I
in the
know.
movie, but it works and everyone was
Dude,
rolling.
they do that in the movie Maverick.
I was just gonna.
They do that in the movie Maverick, and it is so incredibly whack. Yeah, Mel Gibson and Danny Glover have like a
Yeah.
wait a minute, and then they play the little riff from the Lethal Weapon movie, and then move on. It's like this is so
Don't do that.
so hack.
Yeah.
and then for whatever reason, the set it off thing is so it works so
Yeah,
well.
they just bones and went into the
Oh,
scene like
God,
it was
I love that.
very, very cool.
I love that. Yeah, that was funny.
And then that dance scene erupts into a full-on bar fight, which
Yes.
is hilarious.
Hilarious.
I thought it would be maybe a little more choreographed to be more brutal. It's a very like funny fight. It's
Yeah.
not like a John Wick fight.
Yeah.
But for whatever reason, I thought that would have been funnier
If they went, like,
just
super
full
violent,
on just
that would be
went
hilarious.
buck, but I liked it very much.
That would be hilarious.
They kind of went that route of in Pineapple Express when they have the
Right.
fight. It's just like
Anchorman.
super sloppy, and people are just like getting bottles broken over their head. Like someone trips and hits their head super hard.
Right. Very awkward.
It was fun.
Stupid fight.
Yeah, that shit's funny.
Really good. So,
Wow.
unless you want to derail this fucking...
I want to show the piss.
Yeah, I think we should talk about
Should
it.
show the piss.
Find hashtag show the piss.
Sean, go ahead and lead us down
Oh
this
my God.
yellow river.
So,
Navigate us.
just like we were gifted in the trailer, we get first we get early on in the movie we get this foreshadowing scene of people ziplining across from bar to bar, rooftop bar to
Which I
rooftop
think is
bar.
amazing.
And
And
she
they're
says-
like, that's some white boy shit.
White boy shit.
Right?
Yeah.
And it is.
It
Except
is.
for they take it back and they get up there later in the night after they've got some drink in them and they, as a crew, start ziplining across. And it's very funny. They're just like kind of freewheeling and just like, let the night take us.
Yeah, Queen Latifah like goes upside down or something
Yeah.
like when she lands real funny.
She lands on the guy, the like weird, awkward, carny white guy, and then starts humping him like
Oh,
on the
yeah,
sides. Like
that's
very
right.
cute.
That's
Like everybody
very
gets their
fucking
little
funny.
moment, and then Tiffany Haddish is like, go, and she's like, I have to pee, and so we get gifted that scene from the trailer, and then we get Jada stuck in the middle of the track, and because she's a little gal, like she's not getting that momentum to get all the way across, and she's stuck, and she gotta pee. and everybody's taking pictures of her dress and everything, and the whole crew.
We also find out she's not wearing panties in that.
She's not wearing panties because she was told to get out of the grandma Guatemalan dress and put on this like very sexy like Victoria's Secret like strappy number.
Yeah.
Which that also we get that Regina Hall line. Stop taking pictures of her fucking vagina.
Oh yeah, which is the alt take from the trailer. You get in the trailer. Stop taking pictures of her. And this straight up. Stop taking pictures of her vagina.
Fucking vagina.
It cuts through so hard. It's so funny.
It's great. So then, unlike the trailer, which shows a little trickle coming out from behind her thigh, which I really respected the Red Band doing. They full on give you wide shots. They're giving you straight up fucking Stand By Me, Barforama, Pissorama, Pissovision. She's just like fucking garden hosing this audience of people.
Jada.
Yeah, full on.
And you get like close-ups of Jada, and it's like a hose. Like they don't even try to like
It's
make
like a hose with a hand in front of it.
Yeah. It's absolutely like splooshing.
They STP. They show the piss.
They absolutely do, and that's great. And you kind of expect that from the trailer.
Everyone's
like, oh, it's that bit from the trailer that's almost as funny as the booty hole line. That's great.
Right, and a little bit extra of the actual
Splooshing.
grittiness.
Yeah.
Great, fine. So how are they going to solve this problem?
Because she's still stuck in the middle.
She's stuck in the middle. She may be done out of piss, but she's still trapped.
And I'm laughing.
Me too.
Yeah,
I couldn't
dying.
be more pleased right now.
I'm laughing.
And then Tiffany Haddish is like, yo, let me help out a sister, and then one up y'all. She goes through the zip line, knocks Jada Pinkett back to her side, and also pauses in the middle, and straight up intentionally spreads her legs in a full gymnast V, and in a wide shot just fully gushes, intentionally cackling to herself.
She's screaming.
Spinning around,
She's like
owning it
Her
like a
legs
ribbon
go
dancer.
over her head.
Yeah. And the piss gag as like whatever prop they use is not like
It's not subtle.
realistic.
No.
Like it's so insane. It's like the fucking you want to drink from the fire hose from UHF. It's just like absolute goosh. So fucking
And you just
funny.
get like close-ups of people getting covered in.
Yeah.
piss.
It's amazing.
It was at that moment when I looked over at Sean and he was like, I could see on his face like, they one-upped it. There's more piss. And I remember I was like hitting him. I was laughing so hard. I was like, no fucking way. It was good. It was cool.
They listened to.
It was
Yeah.
peak piss.
Yeah, they listened to us.
They listened to that episode,
They
Sean.
know what the audience wants.
And they're like, oh, they want us to show the piss.
It's like, all right, reshoots real quick. We gotta up the piss.
This guy on this podcast really likes the pee.
I don't know why. It just pleases me so much.
Tiffany Haddish really brought it. It was she's amazing.
I'm excited to see like her next project.
I hope she blows up into Melissa McCarthy stuff.
Yes, please.
Melissa McCarthy was nominated for a fucking Oscar for Bridesmaids.
What?
Yes! She was
That's
nominated for
amazing.
Best Supporting Actress that year.
Yikes.
For Bridesmaids.
So this is a reality. This could happen for her too.
I hope it does, but I know it won't because she's not white.
But now there's kind of like a oh shit, we gotta nominate some black
fix
people.
the
Oscars
Yeah.
so white.
That's
Yeah.
true.
2 years in a row.
Yeah, that's true.
Or are they just gonna be like, oh well, we give you Moonlight
Yeah.
in the worst way possible?
God damn.
Yeah, I
I don't know if we did. That
Holy
still
shit.
blows my mind.
that was the best night of my life.
Oh my
That
god.
was the best.
Well, that kind of brings us to this movie is a success. Is there a sequel?
That's actually my next note I wanted to go to.
Here we go. Let's get to it.
Where does this series go? Like, where's the next vacation? What's the next echelon?
1,000,000% there will be a sequel.
So we and like in that universe, we know these gals try to get together fairly frequently to do this. So like it just stands to reason. Like it's like okay, now we got to go to.
So is the next one like Atlanta? Is the next one Mardi Gras? Is the next one Brazil?
Well, and then also, is it a diminishing return in terms of like Hangover 2, Hangover 3? Like each one
Totally.
just keeps. It's like, why are you still making these? Is that going to happen to these girls?
Probably.
My ray of hope for this one is the fact that I mean I fucking hate The Hangover. I don't think The Hangover is very funny, and I feel like a lot of the jokes from it, like the storyline in general, is I think stupid. It's like we lost a friend, we all got face tattoos, we all got beat up, like blah blah blah. Like this one is an actual movie. When you take away the piss, you take away all the wacky adventures, this still would have been a pretty enjoyable movie if it was a drama, I think. Not nearly as fun, but it would have been an actual movie. In The Hangover, you take away the antics, and it's just like...
They do nothing.
Yeah. It's a bunch of dentists going to Vegas and sucking. So I think that this has the potential of continuing these, like, 4... at least believable characters in another situation, and it could be fun. And like where we're left, we've got 4 single women who just have rekindled their friendship, and so I think 2 of them are about to go into business together. Like it,
that is true.
The way that the story could evolve is a lot bigger than your Rough Night or your Hangover or your any of the comedy series that get milked to death.
Because that is the question, was like, this movie did such a great job of building these arcs and then like kind of completing them, that it's like, oh, where do they go from there? But you bring up some good points of that. Well, now we have like a new business starting. Now we have her after the success of like being a team with her boyfriend. We have some single ladies now. Like
there was a weird thing, kind of it wasn't even a subplot, it was just a funny bit that I thought was going to be like an underlining arc for Tiffany Haddish's character, that she was getting fired at the beginning of the movie. Right. And her boss is like trying to let her off the hook, and she doesn't get it.
So
she's
funny.
just talking herself. Maybe she does get it, but she just talks herself
Super
out.
funny.
And it's hilarious.
I'm gonna let you go. She's like, all right, thanks. I'm getting back to work.
Let him slide this time. I get it. All right, I'll see you Monday. Actually,
funny.
I'm gonna be out of town. I'm gonna see you Tuesday. Like, she just really lights into it, and you think like, oh, okay, her thing is gonna be like, oh, she's doesn't have a job. Like when she gets back, she's fucked. But they kind of do that with the Latifah character. So either Tiffany Haddish comes back to her job and it just continues as is.
There's no way that dude is going to be able to like actually fire her. She's just bad. Like I think that's just like who her character is. So what I'd like to see in the next one is maybe like Tiffany Haddish is getting married and it's her bachelorette party.
Whoa.
And they're like, all right, we're going out, and so she's got to be like kind of the responsible one, but she's also kind of crazy. And then like maybe Jada Pinkett Smith becomes the like
fully fucking crazy.
Yeah, like this trip just set her off. And like Queen Latifah and Regina Hall are like, they're killing it, so they're rich. Like, all right, we're balling out. We're gonna do like a special for our TV show about taking your best friend out for a bachelorette party.
That's really good.
And then where they can't go to Dubai because of Sex in the City 2.
I think here's my pitch, because I want to listen to this when the trailer for Girls Trip 2 comes out to see who was right. Here's my pitch. I'll bet that the 2 of them are in business together. Jada Pinkett Smith is still a nurse, but she has a wild side, and she's like fucking dudes and stuff with grapefruits. And
like that's her thing now. It's like only if there's grapefruit involved.
And Tiffany Haddish is like unemployed, or she's just being a goofball or something. And they all get together because there's like a conference in Aspen that they have to attend. So they go ski trip style.
Bring back the ski comedy.
Tiffany Haddish takes a dump off of the gondola thing. Like
the ski lift.
The ski lift.
So elevating from piss to
dump.
shit.
Yeah, that's what I think's gonna happen.
Holy moly!
I'm in.
All right, here's mine. So Girls Trip 2 is now Girl Strip. And they're going
Very cool. Vegas?
they're going to have like a bachelorette party. They hire a stripper, right? Accidentally kill her.
Rough night style.
So now they have to cover up this murder because they didn't really mean to kill her.
And it's a huge fuck you to Rough Night.
Watch us do this better.
That's pretty good.
More mess.
I like that. Sean, what do you think it's going to be?
I like that idea a lot. What if they
Which one? You said the 3 ideas, Sean. You'll be a little more specific.
mash them all up? If the gals go to what's like so the Essence Festival is an actual thing in New Orleans that's like a celebration for Essence magazine. Which I guess has like been around since the 70s and is like an actual like top shelf like black women's culture magazine, upper
Right.
echelon kind of thing.
So now it's going to be Source Awards.
Yeah, they call it the Source Awards.
Or you flip it where they're at like the widest event you can
Oh,
think
see,
of.
that would be funny as fuck.
Yeah, I can see that working. So the Oscars.
So they got the Oscars.
Or like the Kentucky Derby or something like that.
Yeah, Comic Con or something. That'd be great.
Anywhere you put them, I'm thrilled to
They go to
see this
London?
team up.
Yeah, I was going to say, remember in Fast and Furious when they go to fucking London?
They say it's London.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Is that the one with Iggy Azalea?
Yeah, I think so.
Fuck.
I would watch any sequel for this no matter what.
They should Fast and the Furious it where like Tiffany goes on and starts her own new group
Yeah. This,
and like then brings them to battle.
That'd be cool.
I'm in for whatever ride this franchise. Please be a franchise wants to throw at me. Like I would watch the Jada Pinkett Smith character like having a crazy weekend, like having a date, watching her kids, like dealing with her mom.
She's so funny.
Like I would watch that character do this, and even just like Skype in the other two for like, or the other three for a conversation. I would watch Tiffany Haddish like grocery shop as the character from this movie.
Was Bad Moms good? I didn't see that.
No, apparently it was not. I did not see it, but I've heard
And
it's
there's a sequel too coming out.
atrocious.
Oh no, I saw that one and was like mega wah wah wah, just not funny,
bland.
soulless. It's one of those movies that got put out by that Chinese production company that was just dumping like keeping up with the Joneses.
Gotcha.
So it looks really weird. Also, we were talking about failure, like complete bomb R-rated comedies. Didn't bring up Fist Fight.
This
Like,
fight.
this is the garbage we've been sifting through all
totally.
year.
To try to find something like Girls Trip.
Yep.
Yeah. Fistfights sucked ass.
I mean, it turns out all you need is a little bit of heart that actually works. And that's not an easy thing to manufacture.
No.
But like,
And a couple of punchlines that aren't microwaved
Yeah.
SNL punchlines.
right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing about, like, when you do bring the heart and drama to a film like this, you have a chance of weighing down the comedy. And none of them, that never happens. Both the comedy
It's pretty even.
and drama are, like, lifting each other up.
Yeah, that's a good call. Yeah, it's kind of like lightning in a bottle for a movie.
I really think so.
It might not be possible to like up it in a sequel. It might be
Bridesmaids
possible
never
to
did a
just
sequel.
So this could be a standalone that just like
I would love that,
if
obviously.
it just exists as
But
this like
clearly, I would see anything. Yeah, I would see a
Right.
sequel.
Well, with that said, should we do final ratings? I mean, I feel like we... I want to say, although I'll enjoy this conversation, wasn't for me.
In space with zombies. Tweak a couple things, might work a little better.
You know, maybe get some Scarlett Johansson in there instead. Replace some of the cast.
I'm trying to think of other movies that I liked this year as much or more. I liked Logan quite a bit.
Oh, I didn't see that. No spoilers.
I liked...
War for the Planet of the Apes.
I loved Apes, but I think
It's for replay value.
this is
Get Out.
I love Get Out. Saw it twice. I'll always be down to watch this movie if it's on television or if I own it or whatever. Like, it succeeds in a big way. I think it's probably my favorite movie I've seen so far this year.
I would easily say that.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
super fucking good.
Yeah, even if this doesn't breed sequels, but if it just breeds more of this type of film, to take some chances on runtime, to let jokes kind of develop a little bit more, to have a heart underlining a raunchy comedy, like if that comes back and that it's, you know, full on, you know, non-white actors, like just really getting time to absolutely shine on their own. Like, here's something we didn't talk a lot about was the white friend character, the agent.
That could have been really bad.
That looked bad from the trailer.
It
like
was
all of her
hilarious.
shit, Kate Walsh does in the trailers. Like she's trying to like throw in like Ratchet, and she's trying to like use like black
Thought
Terminology.
Urban Dictionary kind of shit or whatever. She gets called out on it immediately.
Yeah, it's like the second scene of the movie.
Right.
It's like, quit that shit.
Yeah. And I mean that's great because that's like obviously like a message that can resonate with a lot of me.
A lot of
me's. Yeah, a lot of
the me's and myself and in this room.
But then she kind of goes on to kind of pop up as this like little side character throughout, where she's working on deals for Regina Hall's character throughout, and she gets also like tranked by the absinthe drink.
Super funny.
And just starts bugging out in the scene where they're trying to do the pitch to the bigwig and like introduces herself to that lamp and stuff.
That was really funny.
She's got really good timing and just plays off of that crew because she doesn't quite fit in as like part of the sisterhood. She's a fringe character, but like it still works really well.
I mean, that would probably be the sequel. Is this like white lady trying to join the Floppy
Trying to
Posse?
jump into the Flossy Posse.
I want one of those jackets.
Can we make a jacket, guys?
That'd be sweet.
Those things were busted.
Yeah.
looking.
Yeah,
But-
damn.
I have like one of those.
Oh, I'm gonna Olmsted this really quick and bring it back to something we didn't talk about too much. Who was the hottest dude in the movie?
Damn.
The Jada Pinkett Smith young
The
dude.
big dick?
Yeah, he
He was
Oh, yeah.
so smoking hot.
He was unbelievably hot.
Beefcake.
Who are all the singers? Like, there was a couple singers who were like, I just watched them. I was like, these are like the smoothest motherfuckers I've ever seen. Like,
Neo.
Neo
Okay.
was killing it. He was the one that Lorenz Tate was playing bass for.
okay,
Yeah.
it's just like
Maxwell
every
looked
movement,
amazing.
like
Yeah.
they brush their hat or they move their hair out of the way. I'm
Yeah.
like, how
Oh,
Yeah.
I could never be
I was
that
gonna
cool.
say you can't do that. I just saw you try to do that.
I tried to do it. My fingers
all
just
stuck in the
sweaty.
Yeah.
My palms are sweaty. Mom's spaghetti.
And even Lorenz Tate was adorable in the
Oh,
movie.
I thought he was incredibly hot. Very
And
cute.
I don't know. The dude turnout for this movie was hot.
Did you like the Luke Cage guy? I didn't know that he was Luke Cage. And I was like, this guy sucks.
I thought he was just a beefcake.
He is hot.
Yeah.
He's pretty
He filled
beefy.
out those suits real
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
I was like,
Never-
who the fuck is this guy? Sucks.
He's great. Did you not like him in Jessica
I
Jones?
liked
yet?
him a lot in
Oh,
Jessica
yeah.
Jones, which is
I
why I
thought-
tripped out.
Yeah. I think he's a good actor.
Yeah, he was very convincing. Like
Now I need to
the
watch
way
it.
he was being manipulative to her was.
A lot of hot dudes, stacked hot to hot dudes in this movie.
Mm-hmm.
Jada Pinkett Smith stole my heart, though. I was like, oh, I've never been more in love with her since Wicked Wisdom.
You weren't pissed?
What else do I want to talk about? I guess we covered it all.
I mean, we kind of did all of it.
Yeah, what did you guys think of the movie? Like a lot?
Like a lot.
Like a lot.
Very much so. Yeah,
Oscars are riot.
try to top that.
Oscars are riot.
Hashtag. Did you hashtag that in the end? I forget how that works.
Melissa McCarthy was nominated.
That's.
I mean, that's our.
So who
Spin.
would get the nomination?
Tiffany Haddish.
Yeah.
I mean, all of them.
She's like the breakout.
I mean, that's the
But
thing.
yes.
It's like
Oh,
we
I've-
know. Go ahead.
There's I was watching a bunch of interviews with her today on YouTube. She does this bit on Jimmy Kimmel where she does this huge. It's a 7-minute long story, and it's just her being herself. It's not like a stand-up comedian talking about like a bullet point or something. She's talking about on the set. She got a Groupon to go.
I haven't watched this yet, but I saw that.
She got a Groupon to do a swamp tour. She's gonna do it by herself. And Jada Pinkett Smith's like, they go out to dinner with Will and stuff, the three of them. She's like, what are you doing tomorrow? She's like, I got this Groupon to do this tour for the swamp, and I'm gonna go alone. And Jada's like, why are you gonna go alone if it's a Groupon? It's we'll come with you because you need a Groupon. And she thought
Groupon?
Jada Pinkett Smith didn't know what a Groupon was. She thought it was group on a boat. And so she's like, fuck yeah. So she picks him up, and it's stupid I'm telling this story. You should just watch the thing, link it or whatever. And it's an amazing story. And Kimmel's like losing it. And
Yeah.
she's on fire. And then Jada Pinkett Smith's doing an interview with one of the other late night guys, and she tells her side of the story.
Oh, nice.
Very funny as well. So if you get a chance to watch that, it's hilarious.
All right, we'll link it.
Very funny.
Well, I guess we should wrap it up. That was our boys' trip
To girls
on
trip.
girls' trip.
10 out of 10.
my girl. That's my girl.
Floppy. Floppy Posse. We're the Floppy Posse.
What you waiting for?
I'm not comfortable with
We're
that.
the Floppy Posse.